Yep, it's Broly, and it's official. What's up, guys? Kyokai1994 here, going to talk to you about anything. You guessed it, Dragon Ball from Ball to Z and everything in between. And today we are diving into some Dragon Ball Super movie news, actually. It's been a little bit of time, so some people may already know. But for the people who don't, the new Dragon Ball Super movie that's coming out in December has had its villain actually confirmed already. So yeah, we're gonna dive into some tweets on the interwebs and kind of talk about what just happened. So now that we've actually hopped over to Twitter, we have the Dragon Ball Super official Twitter, and we have this pinned tweet from 16 hours ago showing the movie poster, and right there, that title, Broly. That is who is going to be the villain in the upcoming Super movie, and there is a massive mixed review, and I may actually be on the side that is more uncommon, I guess. I'm a little bit upset about it, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later in this video. I kind of just wanted to show you guys this information first. We're going to hop over to Herm's Twitter to actually get the translation for the movie, because apparently the tagline and the movie title itself have officially been put out as well. The 20th movie in the Dragon Ball franchise is going to be Dragon Ball Super Broly, the greatest enemy, a Saiyan. So that's what the tagline for the movie is, and apparently if you are in Japan and pre-order your tickets, you also, as a side, get this awesome keychain of Vegeta or Goku. Whenever it is cold, it will be in Super Saiyan Blue, and whenever it's hot, it will actually be in just normal Super Saiyan. So that's very interesting. As a side note, I'll probably try to spend some money and buy one of those from somebody who overpricingly puts it on eBay. So we'll see that a little bit in the future. But not only do we have a tagline from the movie and a title, but we also have a small little snippet from Toriyama talking about the decision of doing this. So I'm going to actually go over there real quick and read that through. I do want to thank Danny over at Geekdom 101 for actually posting this picture of the translation of Toriyama's words. That's what we're going to be looking at right now. But yeah, I'm going to read through this to you guys real quick, and then I guess give you guys my opinion on Broly coming back into the franchise, because he's not going to be the same Broly from the other movies, and that is going to be found out whenever we read this little interview right here. But we open up with the nice little line, "Hey everyone, are you familiar with Broly?" Because obviously you watch Dragon Ball and you don't know who Broly is. But so everyone, are you familiar with Broly? He's an incredibly strong Saiyan who only appeared in the old anime movies, and I apparently at least drew the designs for him. So he doesn't even remember doing anything for the Broly character or the inception of Broly at all. So this is going to be a little bit different than the incarnation that was in the old movies. But I had practically no involvement with the anime at the time, so I had totally forgotten about the story content. Again, it's a different backstory I'm assuming they're going to be using, or if they're even going to really use a full backstory. They may just use small little motivations instead of like a full character dive in. But we'll have to wait till December to actually see that. So about Broly, I hear these days he's still very popular, not only in Japan, but also overseas, because obviously here in the West, there is a huge following for Broly and a huge obsession over Broly, so definitely love from overseas. Based on that, my editor suggested that we have Broly appear in the next movie. Now, that's a very huge thing, because this is the 20th movie, and it's supposed to be about the origin of the Saiyans, so I see how you would want to have Broly appear in that, being the legendary Super Saiyan, as from the English tagline of the first movie. But I personally don't know if I wanted to see Broly in this. I wanted to see a new Saiyan, maybe another original Saiyan, or a Universe 6 original Saiyan, or something like that. That would be very interesting for me, especially it being a Dragon Ball Super movie. But again, we'll dive into that a little bit later. I went ahead and watched the movies from back then, and I felt this could be quite interesting once I rearranged some things. I got right to work trying my hand at a story that incorporates him into the Dragon Ball Super series. So he's trying to put him more into the Dragon Ball Super timeline. So again, we're going to rewrite the history and not have the old Broly backstory. So it will be a new Broly with a new set of motives. Hopefully, I feel more derived towards Vegeta, the person who actually deserves the hatred, instead of Goku. I love Vegeta, so I don't want Vegeta fans to freak out on me like, Kyokai, what are you doing? But like, I think that it's a better portrayal of story if they happen to do this Paragus and Broly being banished and killed from the kingdom. If they're going to do that kind of story again, I feel that Broly should be angry at Vegeta, not at Goku for crying. So hopefully that's all rewritten as well, but I do feel that it will be. While keeping in mind Broly's classic image so as not to disrespect his fans, I updated him and added a new side to his character, and I think this resulted in more fascinating Broly. So I will like that. I would love a Broly that has a little bit more of a character depth than just a anger at a crying baby. I mean, if they don't just do the screaming at Goku and the small little pieces of dialogue just kind of talking about him eliminating people, I'll be a little bit, I guess, happier than I am now. I guess, be happy if they actually filled out and flushed out a better backstory than the one that came out back in the day. Naturally, you'll get to see fierce combat, but also the paths of destiny that lead to an encounter between Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. So, again, we're going to have the Saiyans meet in the movie. It's also going to involve the Frieza Force in the history of the Saiyans, which end up having a major connection to everything. The story content turns out to be very large scale and dramatic, and that's something that I love. I love hearing that because I love whenever you can make a story even larger scale. Hopefully that means that the runtime of this movie is going to be a little bit longer. Hopefully I want to see like an hour and a half to an hour and 40 minutes, at least personally. But from the history of all the other Dragon Ball movies, it's probably going to sit closer to an hour, hour and 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm excited for what that can have, but I'm also not excited because we have another reoccurring villain coming back to the franchise. So we're gonna have Frieza back in the movie. No real problems with Frieza personally. I do like his character. I like his transformations. But the same thing that upsets me about this Broly announcement is the same thing that upsets me about like what Resurrection F and the Dragon Ball Super arc of Resurrection F did. And that was reuse characters that we've already seen plenty of times before. And I guess I'm gonna finish out the last little sentence on here and then dive into my rant about why I'm really not happy that they used Broly again, but I do have optimism that the movie's still going to be good and I'm still going to enjoy it. So we are going to talk about that in a second, but here comes the almighty Saiyan Broly. I'm also including lots of other content all you fans will enjoy, so look forward to it and be patient a while longer for it all to come together. So I guess that's what's going to help my optimism right there. Let's let it just all come together. But actually, one last thing before we hop in to my rant about it. Another tweet from Herms just confirming that 2 voice actors will be working on the Broly movie that have voiced both Broly and his father before. Broly in the movies, but Paragus in the games. Since the original voice actor has passed, sadly. we will get a rendition from the game's voice of Paragus. And so that means that we are definitely going to have Paragus in the backstory as well. So it looks like we may still have him and Broly being exiled and killed from the Saiyan home planet. And that would be something interesting that I would like to see. But we're going to hop back over to the main camera so that I can give you guys kind of my little rant and feelings on the 20th movie and it being confirmed that Broly will be the villain in the movie. So it's like, it's not that I really have a major problem with the character of Broly coming back, because it's not that it's Broly coming back that upsets me. It's more the fact that they keep reusing these villains that we've seen plenty of times in both movie and in the series, and they keep throwing them back in our faces, and I just want to see some original content. I want to see some new characters. I wanted to see a new Universe 6 Saiyan. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see an evil Universe 6 Saiyan. But we got Broly. That's my problem with it. Like, we've already had Broly. He's in every game. There's 3 movies about him already, multiple games, multiple storylines in the games. Like, I'm tired of them rehashing villains. It's the same thing with Frieza. I loved Frieza in the series, and I think it's interesting when he comes back and then Trunks has to take care of him. But I'm tired of him coming back and back and back and back. I am tired of it. They brought him back in Super, and in the Tournament of Power, it was awesome. I liked Frieza in the Tournament of Power, and it kind of redeemed him more in my eyes. But with the movie, it was a great movie. I loved the production quality. I liked the story of it, but I'm tired of seeing Frieza. So Broly it's playing in the same factor of that. I'm tired of seeing characters and villains being reused and reintroduced. But that might be what saves the movie. Him being reintroduced might be the thing that saves it, because if they were going to just bring the canon of the movies from the Z era, that I wouldn't have enjoyed that. That would have upset me, especially since he's not talked about in any of Super, especially during the Tournament of Power when there would have been some kind of reference towards Broly looking like Kale, but they just kind of, acted like it was amazement that they had never seen something like that, because they hadn't. In their canon, they haven't seen anything like that. So I'm happy that they didn't just use the Z film canon to just make Broly poof in existence and, in everybody's head and everybody remembers him. This is actually the chance that they could use to make his backstory a lot better. Paragus is supposed to be in the movie as well, so we can actually have a full reflush of Broly's character. And I mean, in some of the artist renderings and the new movie poster that we got, we see more prehistoric or primal Broly with a few more scars on him in both his arm and his face, so he looks a little bit more battle damaged than he does in the old movies. So that's something that's interesting, and hopefully that will be something that plays into their heritage or something. It's just like, my major thing about Broly coming back as being the Saiyan in this movie is this is the 20th movie. Like, I mean, it's a huge milestone, and that may be the argument of why Broly should be in the movie. But that's mainly the argument that I think he shouldn't be in the movie. That we should have some kind of either new Universe 7 Saiyan that just has never been talked about by anybody. Or we could have been in Universe 6 and we could have gotten some super interesting Saiyan backstory, since we don't know anything about their Saiyan heritage. And it just feels like such a wasted shot at trying to explain more things from Universe 6, and we're just diving into Universe 7 stuff still. I know that our universe is not completely explained, but like, we just spent so much time with these Universe 6 Saiyans and these Universe 6 characters, and just period, any of these universal characters in the Tournament of Power. So like, it just feels like a cop-out just to use Broly because everybody loves him, and I know that they do a lot of fan service stuff, and it's exciting because sometimes the fan service stuff is stuff I want to see, and it makes me happy, but makes other people upset. And I understand that, and That might be why a lot of people are going to argue with me about this, and I understand that. But I guess I'm going to just calm down about the movie and just leave it to the next couple months to see what's actually going to come out of it. But again, I'm tired of them reusing characters, so hopefully this is one of the... It's not. Let's just face it. It's not going to be the last time they're going to bring back characters, so I'm going to have to just deal with it. I'm going to go see the movie anyway. I'm upset about it. I really am. I don't want to see this character coming back, but it's Dragon Ball, so I'm going to go see the movie. And honestly, the movie's probably going to be great. It's going to be great, and it's going to change my mind about it. So let's just be optimistic that they're going to re-flush out the character of Broly and hopefully make something that we all enjoy, because it's split the community right now. There's a lot of people happy and a lot of people upset. So let's just see how December works and take it from there. But yeah, I was a little bit more mad about it before I sat on it and actually thought about it before ranting, but I don't know. It's gonna happen anyway. There's nothing you can do about it, so we're just gonna be optimistic. Like I said, we're gonna be optimistic and check it out. I want to thank you guys for actually wasting some time today and diving in and checking out the Dragon Ball Super news about Broly. I very much appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, I definitely would like to see you guys hit the like button down at the bottom of the screen. And while you're down there, I also want you guys to tell me your thoughts on Broly. Do you like that they're reflushing out his character? Do you like that he's back for the new movie? Let me know down in the comments section below. It's definitely something that I want to hear from you guys. If not, who would you have wanted the new Saiyan to be? Did you want it to be Charlotte from the game? Because that would have been real interesting. Did you want it to be Cumber? That would have been interesting too. But let me know down in the comments section below. And again, while you're still down there already, leaving a like and the comment, hit the subscription and the bell button if you haven't already to make sure you are up to date with anything coming from the channel, be that gameplay, discussions, in-depth, side stories. We got everything on this channel. So I definitely encourage you guys to do that so that you guys can stay up to date and find some enjoyable videos on Dragon Ball. I also want to make sure that you guys are having an amazing day. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.